How many ETH does it take to fund a retirement? Is it even possible? I personally love the fact that we're even starting to have conversations about funding retirements with crypto, as this is something that never even existed just a couple of years ago. Just know this video isn't designed to be a fully fledged official retirement plan. Crypto is an emerging industry and a lot is likely to change over the coming months and years. This video was designed to help people open up to new ways of thinking, highlight a new investment vehicle of crypto staking, and also highlight that you may not need as much money as you think. So in this video, we'll be looking at how much money is actually needed to fund a retirement, what is the objective, how much ETH would be required at today's price. We'll then do a 5-year plan based on a best case scenario where ETH has really appreciated in value. And then we'll finish with a bit of a geo arbitrage bonus where I'll highlight 5 beautiful places where you could live on only $1,000 per month. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, always appreciated. Okay, first up, we need an income target. How much do we actually need to fund a retirement? Now, as it's different for every country, let's start there. Ready? Let's do this. So, in my research, I came across this great website, Expatistan, and it shows the cost of living by country, and it analysed 77 different countries in the world. Now, although there's about 200 countries in the world, this still covered the vast majority of the world. And the country with the highest cost of living was the Cayman Islands, and at the very bottom of the scale, the place with the lowest cost of living was India. So obviously we don't have time to cover them all, so let me cover the main ones. We'll do United States, United Kingdom, and India. And it gives a really good breakdown. So this is United States, and it breaks down all the different costs of food, whether it be milk, eggs. It goes into housing, so how much you'd normally pay for rent and utilities. Goes into clothes, transportation, personal care, entertainment, and at the end it gives you a nice summary, and it says for a single person in the United States the monthly costs would be about $2,500, and for a family of 4 you'd probably double that estimate. Looking at the UK, it gave a single person estimated monthly costs of $2,700. But obviously, if you were mortgage free, then this would be a lot less. And right on the other end of the scale, we have India. And for a single person, the estimated monthly cost was only $630. So it looks like for places like the US and the UK, you're going to need about $2,000 per month. And the other end of the scale was India, where surprisingly you can live really well, and this includes having your own cook and having your own maid for less than $1,000 per month. So we have our income target, and the next step is how do we fund that requirement? So how much money and how much ETH do we need to generate $1,000 per month? Let's find out. So to fund a traditional retirement of 25 years, and we have a monthly income target of $1,000. So 12 months in a year times 25, this would give us a requirement of $300,000, or in ETH, 150. But a better way would be an unlimited retirement, and this way we'd be staking our Ethereum at 5%. So the monthly income target is the same at $1,000. The pot requirement is a bit less at 250,000, and the ETH means we'd need 125. So at today's price, it would take around $300,000 or 150 ETH to generate $1,000 per month, and simply double the numbers to get to $2,000 per month. Or the better option would be to utilize crypto staking, which is a byproduct of the new proof of stake protocols. By locking away $250,000 and staking it at 5%, this would also generate $1,000 per month, but it also gives you the additional benefit that you'd never run out of money. So clearly it's the better option. And interestingly, staking was recently highlighted by JP Morgan, saying staking could become a $40 billion industry by 2025. Okay, so that was Ethereum at today's price. Let's take a look at a best case scenario where Ethereum's decentralized finance becomes really successful, and this really changes the numbers. Check this out. So what are we looking at? So this table represents the revenue generated by traditional finance. And it shows that if DeFi could take a slice of this revenue, then what would that do to the Ethereum price? And it shows if it could capture half the revenue, a quarter of the revenue, 20%, 10%. So we are going to look at this one, and it says that if Ethereum could take just 1% of the revenue from the traditional finance world, it would mean Ethereum would get to $40,000. So for a best case scenario, let's see what would happen to the numbers if Ethereum got to $40,000. So to fund a 25-year retirement, monthly income target is the same, $1,000. The pension pot requirement is the same, $300,000. But this time, if Ethereum was at $40,000, then we would only need 7.5 Ethereum. And now utilizing staking for an unlimited retirement. So staking our Ethereum at 5%, monthly income target is the same, $1,000. The pension pot requirement is $250,000. Ethereum's current price would be $40,000, which means we would only need 6.25 Ethereum, which at today's price is just $12,500. And it's quite amazing to see that with only $12,500 today, this could fund a retirement of $250,000, generating an income of $1,000 in under 5 years. So best case scenario where DeFi becomes really successful and takes just 1% of the traditional finances world's revenue, and 1 ETH becomes $40,000. On a best case scenario, you would only need 6.25 ETH, or $12,500 in today's value. And the best thing about that is that it's well within reach for most people. Now, you may be thinking, yes, but who can afford to live on only $1,000 per month? Well, you can either double the numbers, so instead of needing 6 ETH, you just make it 12. Or with the power of Ethereum, you're not actually tied down to any specific location. And there are many beautiful places where you can have a high standard of living on only $1,000 per month. So, as a bit of a bonus finish, using geo arbitrage, here are 5 beautiful places where you can retire on only $1,000 per month. 5 places to live on only $1,000 per month. First up, we have Fiji. Not a bad view for your morning breakfast. It's made up of 300 islands, palm-lined beaches, coral reefs, and clear lagoons. And you can see it's just based off the east coast of Australia. Next up, we have Montenegro. How about that to wake up to your morning coffee? Montenegro is a Balkan country with rugged mountains and medieval villages, and its national park is home to bears and wolves. And as you can see, it's just north of Greece and very close to Italy. Next up, we have Nepal. And this time you would have a beautiful view of the Himalayan mountains. And as you can see, this borders India and China. Number 4, Laos. Laos is in Southeast Asia, and it's known for its mountainous terrain, French colonial architecture, hill tribe settlements, and Buddhist monasteries. And as you can see, it's just bordering Thailand, Southeast Asia, and finally we have Grenada. And here is a beautiful Caribbean option made up of a main island surrounded by smaller islands, well known for its exotic spices, as you can see just off the coast here of South America. I personally love the fact that we're beginning to have conversations about funding retirement using crypto, as this is something that never even existed just a couple of years ago. By utilizing staking, at today's price levels, you would need about $250,000 or 125 ETH to generate $1,000 per month. However, in a best case scenario where DeFi takes 1% of the traditional finance's revenue and ETH becomes $40,000, you would only need 6.25 ETH. Now, I'm well aware that this video did not factor in things like inflation, or that ETH may not even exist in 5 years, or things like moving costs, etc., etc. There are so many assumptions that go into retirement plans. As mentioned at the beginning, this video wasn't designed to be a finalized retirement plan. It was just to inspire new ways of thinking, utilizing staking and Ethereum. And who would have thought there are still so many beautiful places where you can live on only $1,000 per month? So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Just to say then, if you did, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then click below and join us. I do have some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, cheers guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.